All right. So I am so glad that you all are joining me on this first Teen Talk Live. Well, we're not quite live because we had some technical difficulties, but I am just really thrilled to have Miss Mohammed from North High School in Minneapolis. And we have Greg, who's a junior. What's up? Carmen is a freshman. Hey, Carmen. And Taylor, you are a sophomore in North High School. So the topic of this discussion really is there anything to be thankful for and in North Minneapolis? And we're kicking off the Thanksgiving season. And one of the reasons why I wanted to do this topic is because having lived in Minneapolis, there's this huge stigma about what is really going on in North Minneapolis. And, you know, when we first moved there, people would say, well, you don't want to go to this side of town. You want to stay away from this side of town. So there's a huge stigma around that. However, I've worked in North Minneapolis. I've done all kinds of stuff in North Minneapolis. My signature is all over North Minneapolis, and I love it. I've worked at North High School, and I enjoyed it. So I thought it would be very, very important to start this discussion. So Ms. Mohammed, I want you to take it away and tell us about what your teens and you are thankful for.
Well, I can't speak for them because they have their own voices, and I want them to say. But for me specifically, I would say that I am very, very thankful for authentic opportunities that come up while teaching at North High School. There is a lot of negative stereotypes about who the kids are, what goes on here. But the beautiful thing about it is that life is real for them, and so they keep me real. I have to check my thinking all the time as far as can they learn, what will help them learn. We look at behaviors and we separate the behaviors from what it comes with being Black, because North High School is predominantly Black school, what comes with living in an urban setting, what comes with the oppression of just going through the school system and arriving here at this point when I get up. And so I say it's an authentic opportunity because they keep me real, because they are very good at, spotting fakeness or, and they will tell you, which I feel so appreciative of, because they'll say like, Muhammad, whatever, and I check myself like, okay, maybe I'm not arriving as Nafisa Muhammad and I'm presenting this fake persona as Miss Muhammad. So they make me a better teacher, a better person because of it, because I have to check who I am before I come through the door. And I say authentic opportunities because once I check myself, then I have to figure out ways to approach teaching.
Right.
So it makes me a more innovative teacher. It makes me more of a creative teacher, or a creative person, innovative person. It makes me a researcher. Because I'm like, I know there's an answer somewhere. And when I find an answer and it works, it's really magical.
Right.
The cycle of like, oh, dang, that went really well. Let me find something else.
Right.
So anywhere that I go, if I ever leave North High School, I will always thank them and this place for helping me grow and take advantage of the opportunities that come with the challenges of also teaching here.
Right. So it sounds like in your work you have to be really reflective.
Most definitely. And which that I'm grateful for as well, because either you're gonna sink or you're gonna swim, And so once you reflect, it's like, okay, well, I can keep swimming now. And so it feels good to release and let it go and find new approaches with them and after school, making the school better, my part of the solution for the problem, so.
Yeah. And we always hear things like, don't take it personal. Don't get in a power struggle. And so it's, if you're, constantly getting checked and checking yourself, it's hard to get caught up in a power struggle like that.
Definitely. And then when you approach it as like it's shared power, then the power struggle starts to diminish, because then it's like, okay, well, I'm not an authoritarian. So where's their power at in my classroom, right? So then I can reflect on that and say like, okay, well then they helped me out. It's not a power struggle. It's a building of power. We build power.
Wow. I love that. I love that shared power perspective also. So I would love to hear from your students.
Yeah, yeah. So you guys, like we talked about before, we're asking, what are you thankful for? So either at North High School where we live, learn, and love, or in North Minneapolis where you all live.
All right, I'll go.
So speak up a little bit, okay, because it's recording and your microphone is kind of low. So just speak up a little bit.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, use that outside voice.
All right. Well, first I want to say, first I want to thank God for waking up every morning this morning.
Whoop, whoop.
School, work, and other important places, safely. I want to say, I want to thank, the community in North Minneapolis for like the events that's been happening lately. I know it's been a lot of events in the summer that really changed people's lives, and also thank the network. Like, it's a lot of people that know other people, and they can make connections and do a lot of things. And lately, I've been seeing some change around in the neighborhood. Like, I know, like Ocean Memorial Highway, they had got streets redone, and also the sidewalks. Thank you for that, because people tripping, and, yeah.
So when you say, I'm sorry, Greg, I don't want to cut you off, but I do think it's important point that you made as far as you said there are events in the summertime that could have changed people's lives. That's what definitely what we think for. When you say events, what you talking about?
Yeah. So yesterday I went. No, not yesterday, but Saturday I went on a field trip with College Possible, and then there was an event called something culture, and it was basically like different people from different cultures. They come, they give performances, they talk about their culture, they give samples of things that they do, make things like that, and it was like events like that. Also, it was another in the summer. It had almost all of the step up jobs. We all was at one park over south. It was Heritage Park.
Uh-huh.
It had all the jobs from Step Up came together and we did our job and opened it up for the community over south.
That's awesome. Those sounds like amazing opportunities. And I guess what I'm hearing is that it creates an opportunity for you all to get together and get to know each other and work together as young people.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Carmen.
I'm going to North High. I'm thankful for North High because I feel like if you come here, it's like you got the relationship with the teacher and they treat you like their own. And then it's like man, you just like a big old family. It's like when we come here, people got different opportunities to do different things. Sports wise, we got a radio station, basketball, football, dance, robotics, and all of those.
Amazing, amazing. So which elementary or middle school did you come from? Northeast Middle School. I worked at Northeast Middle School. Awesome. Mr. Rowe is the bomb, isn't he? Yeah. You didn't sound too excited. He is. Okay, wonderful. Okay. So how do you like, Carmen, how do you like being in a smaller school environment?
Sometimes the bigger kids, they be doing too much. Talk about freshmen, this and freshmen, that.
Well, that's your initiation. You're going to have that everywhere you go.
But I like it so far. When you say like small environments, like our classes are smaller. Our school is smaller, and so maybe that might contribute to the family too as well.
I feel like when our classes are smaller, we get more help. Because if the classes was bigger, it would be hard to get one-on-one help from the teachers. So now that our classes are smaller,
Excellent.
Okay, Greg, you
All
want
right,
to add?
yeah, I want to add on, like she said, yeah, it's like the smaller the school and the class size, the more opportunities you have to have good support with your teacher. Also, create a bond with other students. Also, like you have a lot of opportunities here to show who you are, like your talents, abilities, and things like that too.
That's awesome. So you can live your greatness, huh?
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, Taylor, let me hear from you.
So first, I'm add on to what Carmen said, like with the small environment and family, like not to sound like conceited or anything, but I just feel like North like the best school out there, to be honest, just for like students. Because like even if like most high schools have like conflict with each other, like even if people have conflict at North, every once in a while, even if people have conflict, it's still the point that we all Polish and that we all together. Because if another high school come at us, the whole high school gonna come back at them. It's just like that. So like honestly, most schools in Minnesota or Minneapolis hate on North just because it's so small, and just because we like really like tight and close. So like I really take that to heart because I know like if it's a situation that was like hard for me, I know that my school, I know that I can fall back on my school.
That's awesome. So you have a really strong support system at your school.
Yeah.
That is so wonderful. Are any of you in Girls in Action, Carmen or Tel? Wonderful. Now I started Girls in Action in Atlanta, and I worked at North as the Girls in Action leader. So that's a really good program. Somebody talked about the different programs that you have there, and that's another really good one that's there.
There's another good program, but it's like technical wise, I guess you could say. We have this girl group called SIT, which stands for Sisters in Technology, that we just started like at the end of last year. Last year we were part of, like the brand Girls Who Code?
Right.
Yeah, we were part of them. We met the CEO and stuff like that last year. And then it got to the point where we like got like more successful. We started doing like more things ourselves, that we branched out and became our own brand and our own company. So now we have like our own business brand, which is Assistive Technology and coding and like trying to figure out ways to like help people in the community. Like we have this app that we're trying to like build.
Oh, that sounds awesome. So you have a variety of things to be involved in.
Yeah. And to add on this opportunity, with your teachers, like the school is so small, like they said, like you get like better bond with your teacher. Like if you need something, your teacher gonna be there. And like last year, I went out of the country and I was only a freshman.
Really?
Yeah, and that was because I had a good bond with like my teacher and stuff, and like basically leadership. And for me, it was big. So I was the first person in my immediate family to go out of the country at such a young age. Like it was like really big.
Where did you go?
Went to Ecuador.
Oh, wow. So what program brought you to Ecuador?
I wouldn't say it was a program, but my teacher, Courtney Bell, she was our African teacher last year, I guess. Afro studies teacher last year. And we studied the Afro-Ecuadorian people. And we went with this team or group called Experience. Wasn't the best group to go with, but it was I was glad that we had that opportunity to go.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. I'm happy for you. Global living is what I'm all about. That's really important. So I want to go around and just ask you all to just give me an idea of what's one thing you would say to people who live outside of your community, who learn outside of your community, who work outside of your community. What's one thing you would say about your community and why your community is so important to you? Yes, talk up a little louder, get closer to the microphone a little bit, because this is really important.
Maybe
I'll get all of
Okay, that's good.
I'm sorry. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. So first I was saying that like a lot of people who are not like a part of the Northside community cannot be so biased. You can't say that it's all ratchet and that it's dirty and that it's a lot of like gang violence, because it is, but I mean we still a community. It's not ratchet. Exactly what I'm saying. So you can't be biased and say that it's all ratchet and ghetto, because it's not. We still come together for like family day or like yeah, like father appreciation day and stuff like that. We have a lot of stuff in our community that brings us together and like and we all basically, because we are most all people of color, we can like relate to each other. We all can come together and like be united.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
One thing I would say is the North Side is not bad. I've been here since I was a baby. I think it's a good community because when stuff happens, it gets out and everybody reach out to one another, and I think it's a good community. But once we have some type of event, everybody from the South Side want to come over to the North Side. It ain't bad then. Yeah.
That's a good point, Carmen. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Greg.
All right. What I want to say is that if you don't live in North Minneapolis, it's okay. But if you live outside of North Minneapolis, take maybe at least one day out of your time to come to North Minneapolis, maybe on a weekend or so, come to maybe like a special event so you can really get the experience of how things is run, how we do things, and you'll get an experience of like, you wouldn't be, I don't want to say you're biased, but you'll have that mindset of like, North Minneapolis saying this, and change your mind on things of how you used to think of before you came to North Minneapolis.
That's excellent, because the media has a way of perpetuating an image that's not necessarily true. And so what I hear you saying is come experience it for yourself.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Miss Muhammad.
I would say the one thing that I want people to know is that there is a unique culture here. Like, the culture feels really good. There are negative stereotypes, and I think that comes with any segment of any city anywhere in America where there are no job opportunities, where there's low expectation when it comes to education, and yet the people here lift each other up. It's almost like, well, we don't need y'all, because North Minneapolis, I would say, is really segregated from most of Minneapolis, but I get the feel of we don't need, we're independent of your opinions. We're independent of any kind of pity or anything you might have, and we lift each other up and we encourage the culture. So when there are events, people come out and they participate, and you leave with a sense of belonging, and they are so welcoming to everybody. It's so funny because North Minneapolis might have this negative stereotype, but when somebody from an outside area does come, like I have U of M students in my classroom, I have U of M researchers in my classroom, and they treat them better than me half the time. I was like, wait a minute, I'm here with y'all every single day,
Right.
But they just have this level of respect and this level of welcoming, kind of like, okay, welcome to our home. And I feel like that is part of the culture here, which is, again, I am thankful for, because I don't live in North Minneapolis now, although I did, and I just feel like this is still my home.
Right. Well, that's really encouraging, and I know that you all have a lot to be thankful for. I have a lot to be thankful for North Minneapolis, because I've experienced it, and my family still lives there. So it's really, for me, my experience has been positive, and that's not to say that there are not negative things going on, but the reality is, from what I hear you all saying, it's about building relationships, and it's about coming and seeing for yourself. So we're getting ready to wrap up, but I want to check and see if you all, who has some closing remarks or something compelling that you want to share.
I say something before you think? I would say that, I will say that the younger folks do need to see examples of themselves inside this community and outside of the community. They need tools to help navigate from when they actually, because we do hold each other's hand and we do lean on each other, but they got to know that they can leave North Minneapolis and come back, of course, and still be successful. So I would encourage anybody to, if you do mentoring, if you do have a gift to share with them, to find ways in which to share those gifts so that they can have a full set of toolbox. Their toolbox can be full when they actually do leave the city.
Awesome. It's so amazing that you said that, because I was just having a conversation with a colleague of mine, and we were talking about, let's have a conversation about how do we equip our young people to engage in situations that they're going to be going into, and they might be the only person who look like them. There might be nobody else there who look like you. How do you engage and be successful and have the proper tools, that is, to be successful in those environments, so that you can take advantage of all the different opportunities that will be coming forth? So that's something I'm going to look at doing another program on. How do we get our young people the tools that they need to spread beyond their own area and be successful and soar like the geniuses that you all are?
Greg, did you?
Yeah, so what I wanted to say was, whatever you put in the community that's positive, like the work ethic, working hard, and like the networking to make things happen, you'll be amazed by the results of what comes out.
That's a good word. That's a good word. So you're saying North Minneapolis is good grounds for you to plant seeds.
Yeah.
Because the harvest will be plentiful. I like that. Well, I want to say thank you all so much for joining me. I'm sorry that we weren't able to do this live, but I'll be posting it. And you can feel free to go to my Facebook page. It's KIP Consulting Services, and share it with your friends, like it, comment, and stay tuned, because I'll be doing a lot more lives and interesting topics that will really edify, encourage, and support you all.
Thank you, Ms. Sam, for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you all.
All right. Have a good day.